gave up 130 plus tonight. How do you assess the team's defense?
It was terrible. Did not compete at the level that we needed to compete at tonight to win this game. And these are all learning experiences that we talked about, right? We got caught up in the show. And instead of doing the things that we needed to do and focus on the bigger picture and the task that we had at hand, we allowed this moment to overtake us. And we had our opportunities. We came out and played well early. And when we had the opportunity to keep going, we got caught up in it. And when you have the amount of talent that that team has and what they're capable of, you can't give them those opportunities. You can't allow them, that momentum. And, we just didn't compete at the level that we needed to give ourselves a chance tonight.
Tonight's loss also makes the next games, even more important. You happen to be playing Toronto in your next. How do you refocus from tonight, knowing how important that next game is and all that?
I mean, it's one game, and we won't make it, make a deal out of it, because our guys have played, competitive basketball majority of the year, and you as frustrating as it is, you still have to understand the group that we have and these experiences that are new for us. And, we have to continue to learn. And, we've taken big steps, and we'll grow from this one as well.
On the right now, Akron Beacon Journal. I assume when you're talking about getting caught up in the show, that was when you had a 14-point lead, and then was it just the LeBron show, or do you think it's being on the court with Russ and Melo and all that?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was, a little bit of everything. I think it was, those guys on the floor, the energy in the building, the momentum shifts, all those things. I think, we just didn't play the way that we were capable of tonight. And there wasn't enough grit and there wasn't enough scrap. You can't give up 64 points in your paint and expect to win a basketball game. You give up 130, you score 120. That should be a blowout for you. But defensively, we didn't play with the resistance needed to give ourselves a chance.
And they were looking at Darius's hand, or is he okay, or wrist, or whatever?
As of right now, yes, I haven't heard anything else.
Yes.
Seriously athletic, Jamie, going off about the points in the paint. Obviously, not having Jared is a big piece of that, but with the guys that you do have with Evan and Lowry in that mix and Kevin, what do you see from them that I guess that you need more of to be able to be successful in the paint like you guys have been? They
just need to be in their spots, and make sure that we're clear on executing game plan. Like we needed to be in the paint. We knew that. We knew if we won the paint, we'd give ourselves a chance to win the game. But we weren't in our spots, and there wasn't any resistance there.
And then also with the turnovers as well, what were you seeing on that front? Was it like, we talk about a lot of time with those making the extra passes and everything. Was it just not careless passes, or where did you see on that front?
I mean, that's what we just lost the ball. It wasn't necessarily what they were doing. We had multiple times where we just dribbled the ball and lost it. And then, we had times where we just threw it to the other team. And all of that, to me, is where you're locked in or not. And again, I didn't think we were there tonight.
Thank you.
Matt Robinson, 92 fan JV. Tonight, Isaac 4 for 4 from deep. What have you thought of his progress offensively, from where he started at the beginning of the season to where he's at currently?
Isaac is a hell of a worker. And if you put a task in front of him, I'm gonna bet on him to get it done. And he puts the time in every single day. He spends hours and hours in those corners, and he's going to continue to improve at it. So I think he did a really good job when he was on the floor. Thought he was really effective, and he continued to make those corner threes. It's going to help him, but it's going to help the team as well.
Thank you.
As want to ask about Lamar. I mean, it looks like he gave you pretty much, I mean, I don't know, defense, but at least offense, it seemed like he tried to pick you up. Was that the case?
Yeah, I mean, I think, he was giving us what he had to help us win. And but that's who he is, and that's who he has to be. But that's what we depend on him for.
And the way DJ, I mean, you expect LeBron to get his, but the DJ's game almost seemed like Grant the other night. Are those the kind of things that are burning you defensively?
Yeah, and again, if you execute the game plan and a guy gets a wide open shot, then that's on us. But again, I just thought that we allowed too many, they were wide open. There weren't any contests on those shots. So again, I think that falls into the same category of, were we really, competing to win? Or, were we just a part of it? And I thought tonight, more times than not, we were just a part of it.